Hey guys, brand new release from Rotogrip, Optimum Idol Pearl. Have you wondered how it looks going down the lane? You're getting ready to see.
Whoa, we're strike bound now. Whoa, house shot heroes, grip that ball, we'll make it somehow. Whoa, house shot heroes, house shot heroes.
All right guys, Tyler from Strike Force Pro Shop. We're going to go ahead and lay out an Optimum Idol Solid, new Pearl Optimum Idol for Kelsey. We're going to put two different layouts on this. We're going to run with a 50 by 4 by 40 on this Optimum Idol Solid. On the Optimum Idol Pearl, I'm going to say OIP for short. We're going to put an 85 by 4 by 25 on this one. So let's go ahead and lay them out. So did the layout here on Kelsey's Optimum Idol Solid OIP. Her PAP, I'll go ahead and write it down just so you can tell what it is here, but it's 5 3/8 over, 1 1/4 up. So we've got everything laid out here. Again, layouts. I'll go ahead and kind of put those up here. 50, 4, 40, almost blanked out. 85, 4, 25. So difference between the layouts here. We're wanting this ball to be pretty rolly. She likes the 4-inch pin. Just the ball seems to roll real well for her, so we're going to stick with the 4s. But the 40 valve angle here is just going to make it a little smoother than what we're going to get out of this one. We're asking this OIP to kind of give us that length, but also just really finish on the back end. So we want to make the two balls kind of differentiate in what they're doing there. So solid ball to kind of run with, maybe playing some carry down or on fresh, a little bit of burn, definitely have a step down here between the two.
So here we are. We're going to throw some shots with the new Optimum Idol Pearls. We'll have Kelsey and Tyler throwing some shots on a fresh house shot.
That's gonna be it then. That's a good 1-2 punch.
I really like it. Like it's one of those like when
Good,
I
thank you. He's blasting it down there.
Especially like with my
Good.
slow speed,
We
it's coming back and hitting the pocket. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really like it.
Okay.
Nice little quick.
Yeah, it's also cool to see. I mean, eventually we'll see the difference in what it looks like when you throw it in our normal house shot versus, you know, a neighboring bowling alley's house shot. It looks like you've got plenty of length. You don't have to worry about it jumping on you.
No.
I mean, but it's got plenty of reaction in the back end, it looks like. Go ahead, throw another one. Let's see how good it is.
What if I like hers more than I do mine?
You thrilled it.
Yeah, it's kind of your fault.
Yeah, well, you know.
You did this.
Well, I want you to get some shots with the solid, showing both. Just the difference in how they roll.
Yeah.
When's Mom on her way?
I like that ball for you because it's really clean, but you still
She's
have
not
plenty of
gonna eat
reaction.
pizza. I'm not going to order pizza. And she
If you don't miss it off your hand anyway.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Just making sure I do all the.
Go ahead and throw your the solid. See the difference. I think this one's probably going to be a little earlier and a little more rolly, a little less reaction down lane. I mean, it should be. miss it in a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, still pretty
Well,
good
hell,
carry.
if it's that easy. Obviously, I have not. All right, so last shot, obviously a little bit too tight.
Little too tight, yes.
Let's open back up just a tick. See if anything changes here.
That's pretty good.
That was better.
That looked really nice. Look good.
So a little bit further left from my feet, trajecting just a tick further outside. Let it kind of have a little bit of drive over it. It makes the corner a little bit stronger. So that's typical what you get here. Like the volume in the Palace is such that if you play a little bit too deep, or if you don't touch the dry enough,
It's
you kinda
not
have
going to
that-
make it turn.
Yeah, you have that motion, that difficulty in motion, right? You don't really get the ball back.
So you're going to compare that to the Summit Peak, right?
Yeah, let's actually go ahead and do that now. So lining up the same, let's see what differences.
How'd you lay out your Summit Peak?
The absolute identical that I did the OIP. So
Okay.
yeah, that Optimum Idol Pearl and this, if we compare.
Trying to remember what you laid it out.
We're going to get numbers and put them on the video whenever I
I
say
want to
that.
say 40 by 4 by 25.
Should have been something closer to like.
I
Yep.
can't remember yet.
We'll show
We'll
it
put
on
it
the-
up like right here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't feel like the motion was really that different. Like, that's pretty close to what the last shot was, I felt like. Yeah. I think overall, though, if I had to really, put my finger on it, peak just a tick more length than what the OIP's giving me. That Optimum Idol Pearl, though, is giving me just a little bit more controllable change in direction. So
Sure.
I think that's
So I guess if you catch yourself bowling and you're throwing the peak and you're getting just a little too much pop out of it, switching to the OIP might be a really good ball change.
it could be a really good ball change. Depends on what you need, but it's definitely like that very small step down.
Right.
So Hi guys, Tyler here with Kelsey. Kelsey tonight was able to throw the Optimum Idol Solid and the Optimum Idol Pearl. OIS and OIP for short is kind of what we've been deeming those, just because it's a lot to put out. Kelsey definitely saw, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but definitely saw a definite step down between like the Solid and the Pearl version. Without a doubt, fresh conditions, a little bit more volume. She can throw the Solid out of the gate, and then as things start to transition a little bit, or maybe start to get burned up on some of the house shots, she can switch over to the Pearl. So,
Yeah, definitely.
which one's your favorite?
I actually like them both because of that aspect. I could start off with this one and have a nice clean shot, and then like you said, once everything starts to break down, like I can start all over with my Pearl.
There you go. And both of them have purple in it.
And
So
so
purple
that
shirt.
makes it great.
There you go. Yes. All right. So for me tonight, it was a kind of a test between two of the bigger pearls, the more prominent pearls, and two lines here. So with Roto Grip coming out with this OIP, and then obviously Storm still producing the Summit Peak, we drilled both of these. Both of these were fresh. So everything you got to see were complete, fresh out of the box reactions tonight comparing the two. So for me, I think the difference here was I had just a little bit earlier read with the OIP. The peak seemed like it gave me just a tick more length, a little bit more pop on the back. So just depends on what you're looking for, right? If I'm grabbing a couple different pearls, I think they're decent complements where the OIP is just a tick later in the set, or as the lanes start to break down, maybe a little bit more controllable because I don't have as much back end to contend with on the as I do the peak. So good punches, depends on what you're looking for. For me, I don't know. Jury's still out, but shame on me for not drilling a peak earlier. But I definitely think this OIP is going to be a good ball for a lot of different bowlers.
Whoa, strike